Hello students. In this tutorial, we're going to quickly show you how to use Teams in your class. So you've likely been invited to a Teams site by your teacher, or you've been given an access code. In either case, log on to Office 365 and you'll see a welcome screen. Move your cursor to the Teams icon and click once. So now your Teams has opened, your Teams app has opened, and you're going to search for the Teams that you have been invited to. Now, if you've received an email from your teacher saying that you've been invited to a Teams, you should be able to see that tile appear here. Otherwise, you can join a Teams by clicking at the top right-hand side that says join a team and enter the code given to you by your teacher. So there's two ways to enter a class. Again, it's by a code or by invitation, in which case you'd see a tile here for your new class. So again, you click here, join a team or join or create a team, type in the code and you're in. Right, so once you do have that tile that appears here, you've joined a class, you can click on the class. So I'm going to go into one of my teams. Okay, now let's go over the different parts of this screen. So here we see on the left-hand side are what are called your channels. Now your teacher may organize units based on channels. Now there is always going to be at least one, and that channel is called the general channel. In this general channel, there are, on the right-hand side here, the majority of the screen, this is your general channel, there are tabs, posts, files, class notebooks, assignments, and so on. More tabs can be added by your teachers to customize your class. Under the posts, here's where you post messages. You can post questions for your teacher for everyone to see. Often your teacher will post announcements as well. Under the Files tab, still in the General channel, there could be common, rather general files or resources that perhaps aren't connected to a certain unit, just more general course information. Another really important tab is the class notebook. Now, if your teacher has this set up, it can be used to share content, to collaborate, right? So this is the teacher view. You will normally get to see only 3 sections depending on how your teacher has set it up. You'll see a collaboration space where I have my mouse hovering over right now, content library, and then just your name. Click on, at least I mostly use Class Notebook to share content, for students to see lessons, to have access to homework, our practice work, and also, since I teach science and chemistry, lab information. All right, so under the tab Content Library, then the section Unit 1 Organic Chemistry, here we see that there are 3 pages within that unit where I have all my lessons posted here in the form of a PDF. I have some practice work posted in here, all connected to the lessons posted in the other page, and lab information posted here as well. And the same thing for you'll see for every other unit. Right, so just scroll through this and you can see class content. So a couple places where class content is posted. In my case, I've used Class Notebook, and that's how you can navigate to that. The other place you can go to is the Assignments tab. This is where your teacher will post assignments. This might look a bit different for yourself. I'll talk more about assignments in just a bit, but let's go to another channel. Okay, so in Unit 1 channel, this is where discussions are organized. So there's nothing here quite yet, but this is where your teacher may organize discussions based on that particular unit and also post files. You may have your teacher, so any files related to that specific unit can be posted here, also to be found in the class notebook under the general channel that we just looked at. Your teacher may also post different tabs up here. There might be file attachments, a stream or a link attached to other tabs here. So just watch out for that, for other posted messages or apps up here. Okay, a couple more things going back to the general tab here. Well, actually, in any channel, you can see a button at the top right-hand side that says Meet. Now, your teacher will host Meet sessions often, and depending on where that meet is occurring, it can be in a particular channel. I'm sure your teacher will let you know where that is, but essentially if an online meeting is going on, camera involved, or Teams meeting to be specific, that will pop up right here under posts. So when a meeting is going on, you'll see a box appear here, and to the right hand side it'll say join. You can just click join to join that meeting, right? So that is Meet. You can also chat with your teacher. I'm hovering over here. You can click on the chat function here. You can search for your teacher and you can send your teacher a personal message. But again, class discussions are often encouraged. But again, if you have that, if you would like to talk to your teacher one-on-one, you can do so here. Another place, depending on your school and board, is you can send your teacher an email by clicking on Outlook and sending them an email. Okay, so several ways to get into contact with your teacher and to collaborate with your class team. When you are involved in a discussion, it often helps to keep the discussion organized. So if someone posts a question, or if you want to pose a question, it helps to click on the reply button like this to reply to that particular thread, just so the conversation is more organized. Right. One last thing to go over is the activity bell. So when something new happens in one of your teams, that could be a message, it could be a posted assignment. I did say I was going to get to assignments more, and I'll do that in just a minute. This bell will light up, and you'll see what that new activity is. Again, it can be a posted assignment, a new file posted, a chat thread that has activated again, or someone's posted a message there. So that's where you can see your recent activity to keep on top of any changes in your classes. Okay, last thing are your assignments. There are a couple ways to access your assignments. Your assignments will appear as a notification under your posts. It'll also appear as an activity, a new activity, or you can click on assignments tab and you can see what is assigned for that day, right, to keep on track of when things might be due. Good, so that's just a brief introduction to Teams. Hope it helped. Have fun learning.